Hello beautiful people, Wayne Hackman here, aka Whackstar, and I want to have a look at this budget action camera. Now we all know that action cameras have been around since GoPro created their first amazing piece of technology, which created this wide field view camera that can be strapped in all sorts of places. Well, I've experimented with a few budget cameras over the years, partly because GoPros are always very expensive and I don't feel that I should really drop a huge amount of money. So this I bought for $100 off AliExpress, and it is a Ausek. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's an Ausek action camera. But this has some interesting features to it that I just want to spend a moment now having a look. So the first thing that I really like about this is this sort of nice case that actually comes with it. I've never bought a GoPro or a clone GoPro before without a case like this, and this comes with one which actually is really, really useful because I've actually put some other stuff in this as well. So I'm going to just open it up now, and this is what you get. Well, you get the normal amount of interesting accessories, various sticky pads here and clips. You get a little mount here that can go on to looks like a standard tripod. You've got a clamp that actually, these are quite useful. I have one of these on my motorbike. For some of my older, you've got a little sort of buckle clamp here, a little bolt here that you can tighten with your fingers. It also comes with a remote control as well. This is the camera itself. We'll have a look at it. The thing that actually I thought was great about this particular camera, it boasts that it can film up to 5K, but it actually comes with a selection of lenses, ND filters. It's got various different filters here, and that's what really kind of made me think, oh, this is quite worthwhile. Actually, even the camera itself comes with a UV filter. Now I've added a few other bits and pieces into the kit, but the other thing that you might like to know is you've got various different Velcro straps as well, which could be quite useful. I 3D printed myself a little SD card holder box here because obviously this runs on micro SD cards, and I've also got some adapters for wireless microphone and bits and pieces in there, which I've added to the kit. So let's have a look at the action camera itself. Of course, it comes in a really nice waterproof case, and what's nice about these clones are actually this particular camera. Let's just put all this down here. This particular camera actually, when you feel it, it's quite weighty, and when you originally pick it up, you think, oh, that must be the waterproof casing, but it's not. You obviously unplug it here. And you can see this is the camera itself. What's great about it here, it's got a rear LCD, which is touch sensitive. It's also got a front little screen here, which is really useful for framing the shot if you're vlogging. Now I told you this has these extra accessories here, which are really, really useful, and you can screw your ND filter on here, and then from the input output here, you've got yourself a micro USB out. You've also got this is where the micro SD card goes, as well as you've got a HDMI out as well. And on the other side, you've just got a few buttons. That's your on off. That's your on off. That's your play pause or record pause or take a picture. And then you've got some keys here. Your battery, little battery compartment. This particular kit comes with just one battery, and then you can see it's just a nice little what's this? It's a 3.7 volt lithium ion battery, 5.9 0.95 watt hours, 300 milliamp hours, and that's what runs this camera. I think these are pretty standard. You can probably get these anywhere. I wouldn't even be surprised that actually this will fit in the GoPro and vice versa. So that pops in there, and when you turn it on, I actually have fiddled with this a little bit. It comes up with the Ausek logo, and then you can see you've got a nice touch screen here, UI settings. You know, it's not the most responsive screen in the world, but it does do its job. I've got the weekend off, which is great, and we've come to just a little lodge about half an hour away from where we live, and I thought that this would be a really great option to, well, do a couple of things: test this capability out, hear what it sounds like, look at what image quality it creates, as well as test out the waterproof capabilities as well. They've got a little pool here, so I'm hoping that perhaps I can plunge this under and see what this looks like. So come along and see what this sounds like. So we've come to this beautiful little lodge just outside Makuru, and gonna just experiment with some time lapse in a minute as we're coming up to sunset very shortly.
So over a course of one afternoon, I played with all of the settings. This is a time lapse at dusk. You can see it did a pretty good job here, as well as me trying out the waterproof casing that is included in the kit. Submerged it to about half a meter for about 15 seconds, and well, all was good. Experimented with low light. This is just standard settings in a restaurant that we were at, and you can see the flickering of the fire. There is a little bit of noise in some of the darker areas, something to be aware of as well. So all in all, I'm pretty impressed with this $100 action camera that records up to 5K. I'm going to experiment with this over the coming months, see what uses I can get out of it. But until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.